everyone, it's Sarah, and today I have something for you I've been wanting to record for a little bit now. I have worn foundation for a long time, and it wasn't necessarily that I have a lot of skin issues. It was because, you want that finished look, especially if you're going to be doing like a bold eye look and whatnot. My problem areas are pretty obvious. They're under my eyes, and you hit that with concealer and you're good. But you still want, if you're going for a strong eye look, you want that really nice finished look on your face. So I've kind of come up with what I think is something that works really well. It's kind of a good in-between. You have a very nice finish to your face. It looks very flawless, but you don't have the goo on your skin. So basically what you need for this is whatever you use for concealer, whatever you use. Like, I'm going to have my color corrector that I use under my eyes and my concealer. And then if you're going to be out in the sun, of course, you need your sunscreen. If not, or if you use that in conjunction with moisturizer, I think I've used both. You probably don't want to layer on too many things here, but perhaps your moisturizer. Now, I will make sure before I start with this, I start the process of this, and it will make sense in a second, maybe 10-15 minutes before I actually start doing my makeup. So I would start on this stuff a little bit before I start doing my makeup. So, so you would need that, get that done. And then you would also need, what I use is a marula oil. Now, like I said, you're not using foundation, but this is the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. Now, this stuff is a little spendy. So you think you're saving money not using foundation? Maybe not, I don't know, but this stuff is amazing. I really, really like this. It makes you flawless. And I think that this is the absolute secret to this. I've gotten a lot of compliments on my skin. I've actually had someone ask, what foundation are you wearing? When I did this. So, yes. And then just, this is just part of what I do to set my under eyes. I do this. If you don't have a real problem with your under eye area, this is the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. So I'm going to go ahead and do my, well, first actually, I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit. This is the first step, well, second step actually, because the very first step you would start with either your moisturizer or your sunscreen. The marula oil here, I just take a small amount, a couple drops, and you don't want to be real greasy, especially don't apply too much, don't really want to grease your lids or anything. Yeah, around the eye, I get the eye area. And then this, I would definitely let kind of absorb. I feel like this really helps. It will help everything kind of stick. It helps with kind of, if you have like larger pores, I feel like it sort of, I don't know, it just makes everything come together. We'll say that. But give it a good, gentle sort of rub it in, and let it set for a couple minutes. And then you are going to go ahead and do your concealer. I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and I did my concealer. Now I'm going to take a damp beauty blender and my Hourglass mineral oil, and, or is that, I don't know, whatever they call it. And I'm just gonna, you know, start dabbing this on. And let it just sort of melt into the skin. And I find that this stays on pretty well. I've worn my sunglasses, and you know, when you wear sunglasses, and it blends around pretty easily when you have it, you can just kind of redistribute it. When you wear your shades and then you go, especially after you've powdered, that light is just really annoying, changing. Apparently there are clouds out there and they are moving around. You get that like hole, you know, where your sunglasses were. I've not been noticing that with this. And I feel like, I'm just gonna move in here because that's just really, I feel like this is just working out really well for me. I've gotten compliments on how my skin looks. I actually had someone ask me, you know, what type of foundation this was. So, I think it's actually working out pretty well. And I feel like the finish is just nice enough that you really, really can go ahead and do, you know, a really bold eye and not look ridiculous. And that's always been my issue with not, you know, not wearing foundation is, okay, yeah, I can go ahead and just cover up my, you know, any blemishes or my under eye circles. But then if I do my eye makeup, I'm gonna, well, my face is gonna look naked and it's gonna look silly. So if you do this, it really, the oil definitely holds on to the powder really well, and this has that nice, just airbrushed blurring effect, and it just works. So that's pretty much it, and I feel like it really does. The lighting in here is not the best right now, but I do feel like it really does. It really works. It really, really does. I did use the Laura Mercier eye brightening powder underneath after I did underneath my eyes after I did the concealer. And aside from that, I think that's pretty much it. It's really the only place I concealed. I could have done more concealer. I have a couple little red spots, but I just not really doing too much today, and I kind of wanted to get this out. The finish, I think it's just really nice. It's not heavy. It doesn't look like a heavy concealer, or a heavy foundation, but a lot of the higher end, if you've tried, you know, some of the higher end, more like blurring kind of foundations, they do give a nice sort of lighter effect like that. And you actually can go on and add more of the powder and give a little more of a little bit more of a coverage if you want. And the tackier the oil is, it will lock the powder on a little bit more. That's not really what I'm going for, and I think that kind of would sort of defeat the purpose. But I feel like this gives you enough of a finished look to definitely go with a bold eye. So that's it, and that's what I wanted to share with you all. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not already, please subscribe and hit that notification bell, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching.